Well, after only sleeping in a cave for about 4 months, I am back on YouTube with another video. Hello, and welcome to a Terraria playthrough where I only use yo-yos. The first thing we do is chop some wood, make a workbench, see if we can craft really anything in the workbench, then venture off into the cave that we found on the right side of the world. Now, the question is, did we find anything good in the cave? And the answer is, yes, of course. The freaking cobwebs are everywhere in the cave, so we actually got what we needed. We then find a underground house above a underground mushroom biome, and what's in it? An extractinator with a mini drill, and that's gonna come in handy. Then we sadly die from drowning and lost 1 gold. Then we craft ourselves the wooden yo-yo, the weapon we are going to be using for the time now. And just let me tell you, this weapon is, it is insane. Look at that damage. Papa! Yeah. Well, after going through and exploring most of the left side, we go back home where we built our housing, we got cactus armor, and we go to sell some of our items to get the cash money moolah that we need for later in our game. Now, the Amazon yo-yo is our next yo-yo we're going to use for a while, like for the first couple bosses. So we get to the underground jungle and start getting the components for the Amazon. And let me tell you, I died so many times trying to get this because the jungle enemies are just way too powerful. And then after a while, we finally get our Amazon yo-yo. Our damage boost now went from 9 to 18, which is a very nice damage boost. Then we start to make our elevator. After our very big mining session, we make full tungsten armor. We got some silk for our extractinator, and we go to sell for a lot of money that we are gonna need for later. The next thing to do on our to-do list, make a slime crown, some suspicious looking eyes, and we're also going to build the Brain of Cthulhu arena for later. We then make the instant elevator and make a elevator all the way down below, and I almost lagged my game out. Then, because of how dumb I am, I accidentally summon the King Slime underground, and I'm forced to go back up. After I go find more rubies and platinum, I make the City Buster. And me, being actually kind of dumb, I throw it in the hellhole, thinking it's going to stick to a wall. I was wrong. I go down the hellhole to see it made a giant area from the mushroom and the cave. I was very shocked, and I later used this as a mob farm for the rally. After not being able to get the rally, I decided to fight Cthulhu. Now, I guess you guys can already know how this went. It went actually very smooth. I didn't actually expect it to go very smooth, knowing that I had no Hermes boots at all. I was lacking movement. I was good on accessories to help me with, like, my yo-yo and, like, defense, but I did not have a single movement accessory on me. So I thought I actually wasn't going to be able to make it because I thought he was going to dash into me and kill me. I was wrong. I ended up defeating the Cthulhu, getting the artery, and yeah, I'll just let the fight continue on for you guys. Now, as you guys might have realized, I didn't get a treasure back. I'm not doing expert mode, nor am I going to try to do master mode. I'll do that later on when I feel like I will and am going to be able to complete it. Other than that, I'm going to be sticking with classic mode for a lot of my things. I know it's not that big of a challenge, but I think it's kind of big of a challenge knowing that I'm only using yo-yos. So, defeated him. And yeah, well, after farming for an hour and staying off the computer for around 30 minutes. I get on and I decided to fight King Slime before I got off for the day. Now, the problem with this is I wasn't ready, but I still defeated him because he was easy. I still don't have a movement accessory, so it's kind of bad. But anyways, here's the fight. The next day, we fight the Brain of Cthulhu. Now, I actually get stuck in this hole, which actually takes away a little bit of my time. Because I don't almost die, but I'm very close to dying. But I was able to get out of the hole. Still don't have a movement accessory, but we do fight the Brain of Cthulhu. And here's the fight. So as we were fighting the Brain of Cthulhu, a goblin army approached. After we killed the Brain of Cthulhu, we went straight to the Skeletron arena, so that night we could fight Skeletron. Now, it's kind of difficult to fight these goblins because the completion meter, or whatever it is, went up so slowly. But I was able to complete it without no death, so that was nice. But, yeah. Then after this, we wait for nighttime, and then we fought Skeletron. So, yes, we also fought Skeletron right after the Brain and after the Goblin Army. We actually did kill him, and it didn't take all night. It definitely took a while, because his health is kind of, bigger than most of the other bosses that I had killed. So this kind of took a little bit. But anyways, here's the fight. after defeating Skeletron, we go down into the dungeon. We find the mechanic and the Goblin Tinker. We also find the Valor and the Cobalt Shield. So next, what we do, we go down to Hell and get, actually no, not get, search for Shadow Chests, because we got a Shadow Key out of one of the chests. Then we're also going to get some Hellstone while we're down there. While getting our Hellstone and looting Shadow Chests, we get our final yo-yo for the Knight's yo-yo, or Knight's Edge yo-yo. We get the Cascade. We also get the Hellstone that we need. We also get the Shadow Chest. Search all those. Then, it's time to fight the Wall of Flesh. And this is it. The final boss of pre-hard mode until we go to hard mode. I was getting hit hard. I did not die. I did officially kill Wall of Flesh, which made us go into hard mode. Now this is gonna be kind of bad because we are really not prepared. Our yo-yo does do decent damage to some of the enemies, but we're still not prepared. We're gonna need a couple more yo-yos and to even really do anything, because the enemies are gonna be really powerful. So yeah, but here's the Wall of Flesh fight. Now, with Wall of Flesh defeated, we are now in hard mode. So what is the first thing we do? We go to get crystal shards so we can craft ourselves the Chick, which is another yo-yo that we'll be using to craft the final yo-yo for the game, the Zenith yo-yo. After being able to make our Chick, we go and start to mine some hard mode ores. So we go from this ore, I can't say it because people will probably get mad at me. Then we go to Orclanium, and then we go to Adamantite. After this, we make ourselves the Adamantite Forge and a full set of Adamantite armor. And then we go to fight our very first mech boss, Skeletron Prime. Right before we do, though, we need to actually get ourselves a pair of wings. So, I farmed until I got a giant harpy feather, and I got enough souls of flight to get myself the harpy wings. Now, Skeletron Prime. This is the only boss, for right now, that I have actually died to. Reason is because our yo-yo does not do a lot of damage, and I kept running into his projectiles and his hands. So I died actually during this fight. So I challenged him again, and this time we won. But before I actually did this fight, I actually went down to search for a skeleton merchant, which took, I'm pretty sure, around 30 minutes. I went to go get the Gradient Yo-Yo, which is probably the best for this fight, knowing that it actually does a little bit more damage than the Nice Yo-Yo. By a little, I mean it does like around 70 damage. So we were able to fully kill him, and then we challenged the other mech boss, or not other mech boss, but we challenged the twins the night after this fight, and we also won that one. So here is the rest of the Skeletron Prime fight. Okay, so after we fought the twins one extra time, we crafted a full set of hollowed armor, and then the next night we fought the destroyer. Next, after all those refights for recording, I went to the dungeon to get the Kraken for the Zenith Yo-yo, and I actually got it 20 minutes in. So, here's me getting it. Then I actually die to the lunatic cultists, which is a very sad death. So, after I fight the lunatic cultist, I go straight for the pillars. Now, my game almost crashed. It didn't, luckily. But I go fight the pillars, but before I fight the last pillar, which was the vortex pillar, I actually ended up getting some life fruits before, and then yeah. But anyways, here is all the pillars and plus Moonlord. Now, I started a Martian Madness event so I could try to get the Cosmic Car Keys. I never actually used them in the Moonlord fight, but I just decided to get them anyways. And I did get them. So, here it is. Then, right after this, I go back to fighting all the pillars. And this is it. The final boss. We have our buffs. We made a little arena. And we fight the Moonlord. Now, I didn't expect to beat him, knowing my health. But we did. So, I am proudly finally able to say we beat Terraria only using yo-yos. Here's the Moonlord fight. Now, my first Moonlord fight actually got corrupted halfway through. So I refought him again, which is what you're seeing now. I got another Terrarian. I bought one from the Moonlord NPC before. And then we crafted our final yo-yo, the Zenith yo-yo. Which is awesome. I'll show you it right now. Now, what you're seeing me do here is fight the Moonlord one last time with the Zenith yo-yo. Now, with that being said, this is the end of our Terraria Yo-Yos only playthrough. I hope you all enjoyed it. Now, if you actually did, leave a like, comment down below what videos should I make next, and also subscribe to the channel for more videos. With that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.